Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial. The most common question that I get asked on Instagram is probably, how do you curl your hair? What colour do you use? What product do you use? So I thought I would make a little YouTube video so that I can send everyone this way to watch me do it here instead of me explaining on Instagram again and again and again. So I actually curl my hair with a pair of straighteners. These are the GHD Gold straighteners and I really like them. I've had them for about, I think it's 2 years I've had these and they still work perfectly fine. I still love them. I'll leave a little link for these down here, but I would definitely recommend them if you fancy picking up a new pair of straighteners, but whatever you have at home will do the job really. So I like to start by just brushing out my hair. So I'll just use like a normal brush, just brush out my hair so it's all as knot free as possible. I'll go to bed with perfectly brushed hair and wake up with a nest on my head, so just give it a good thorough brush because you don't want to be straightening or curling over any knots because you could be causing damage to your hair. So I like to go for a center parting, but you could go with whatever works for you. You can use like a brush for this, but this is what I have on hand, so I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of parting. So now that I've got it in 2 parts, I'm going to do the same thing down the back. It doesn't have to be completely neat or tidy or anything like that, but I'm just going to separate it into 2 little pigtail chunks like this, and then separate it again into 2 more chunks. If you have thinner hair than me, you might be okay just leaving it in the 2 pigtail parts, but I have super thick hair, so if I don't separate it into 4, it gets a little bit unmanageable because I have so much hair going on. And just the same with the other side. I always try and get these even, but I always end up with more to curl at the front or the back. It's always the way. So these also don't need to be like the neatest of things, so apologies if I've got hair sticking up everywhere, which I probably do here, whatever. Okay, so I have done my buns and now I've just got to work with the bottom. So what I'll do now is work on one side first and then swap throughout the sections. I just feel like this is a little bit easier in terms of keeping up with where I am because I do have so much hair. So I'm just going to pin this side up out of the way. I'll just do this. Yeah, so it's all out of the way up here, and then I can now work on this side. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about products before I get into the actual curling because I use a variety of products on my hair, and I'll talk through which products do what, if that makes sense. So I'm actually curling day-old hair because I find that it holds curl better. I never curl my hair the same day that I wash it because I feel like that freshly washed hair just doesn't hold curl, and then I'll have to curl it again. And I think one of the worst things to do to your hair is to heat style, overheat styling, because it will just fry the crap out of your hair. So I washed my hair yesterday, let it dry naturally, and today it's in good condition for me to now curl it. So the first thing I put in my hair after I wash it is the Way Leave-In Conditioner. It looks like this in a little bottle and it's like a milky spray type conditioner. I find that my hair, because it is bleached at the ends, it does get quite crispy and dry, and this just helps to bring a little bit of life in. So I'll spritz this all throughout my hair and brush it through. Then I will add in a little bit of hair smoother. It's the Love Hair Smoother by Davines. I've had this one for a long time, probably about, I don't know, like 6 months, and I've barely got through a lot of it. It's to like about there, and it smells really, really good. And if you're like me and you have flyaways and frizz, if I don't add a hair smoother to my hair, it goes like really big and frizzy. So this helps to just tone that down. You literally need like a tiny little bit on your finger, rub it between your hands and rub it through your hair. Would definitely recommend this. It lasts for ages. Right, so next up is what I'm going to use now. It is the Melu Hair Shield by Davines. Again, Davines is a really good brand. I have a lot of their products and I absolutely love them. They're such good, high quality. They're used in salons throughout the UK. I was gifted the Davines products, but I use them all the time and I would repurchase them easily worth the money for me. So this is the hair shield, and you just want to spritz. I usually go through the mids and then spritz through the ends, and then I'll take my Tangle Teaser, which is quite good for wet hair or damp hair, because this will make your hair a little bit damp. And I'm just going to brush through the product. So now that's brushed through, we're going to switch on the straighteners. These straighteners take about 10 seconds to heat up, so they're really quick and fast if you're in a rush. These heat up in done. Okay, so I have some more sectioning clips here because my hair is again so thick. I'd like to take small sections, clip it up. So I'll part the excess up here and take each section strand by strand and about an inch thick like this, and work on them individually. So try and show you the best I can. So you want to take your straighteners like this, bring them over and around the hair like that. I'll do it slightly further away so you can see. Clamp and then twist it away from your face until the hair pokes out at the front, and then slowly pull down. Not too much of a thick curl or a barrel curl, but it will sit quite nicely like this. I tend to do all my curls in different thicknesses and for different lengths of time, so that I get more variety of shape and size, because otherwise it becomes a little bit samey and it looks too forced or done, which is not the look we're going for. We're going for effortless chic waves. Nothing too done here. Because I have short hair, well, relatively short anyway, I do tend to go to the very ends of my hair, but if I had long hair from about here down, I would stop an inch away from the bottom, because it will leave that lovely beachy straight ended part, but I can't actually do that at the minute. I am growing my hair out, so maybe when I grow out my hair I will do a few more tutorials on how to do it for longer hair, but this is perfect for shorter or mid-length hair. So I'll pull it all the way through that, and I just use a little clip again, a sectioning clip, just to clip it out of the way. I don't put any holding spray or anything in it at the moment because I do want it to drop a little bit. So ideally you want a little bit more of an undone look. So if you wanted to keep the curls, you would like maybe scrunch them up, wait for them to cool down and spray them with some hairspray, but I'm just gonna let them drop and drop with gravity, just so it will look a little bit more effortless and beachy. So I'm actually just going to leave these curls clipped in with a sectioning clip just here whilst I work on the other sections, and I will see you guys in a bit. So I'm just going to work on the front section now. I pretty much do it in the same way. I do it a little bit differently when I get more to the front, but I'll show you guys when I do that. But it's the same sort of thing. I'll just take this, spray the mids, spray the ends, and then take my tangle teaser and just brush it through. So again, I'm just going to take a section about an inch thick and clip the rest up onto my head. So same thing, I'm just going to clamp, twist it all the way around, and then slowly pull downwards. One thing I forgot to say is try not to twist and pull outwards, like toward, like away from you, and pull down instead, because if you pull away from you, it drags your hair and it pulls your hair a little bit. So I would definitely recommend pulling down instead of away from you. So here I've got the front section of my hair, and I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I take smaller sections and then I brush them out pretty much instantly, because otherwise they are a little bit too done and they look a little bit too face framey. So I'll try and show you what I mean, but I'm taking quite small sections as I go gradually throughout my fringe. Well, it's not like a fringe, is it? Just the front sections? Front sections? Is it a fringe? You know what I mean. So just sort of doing the same thing again. So as you can see, as you get closer to your face, the curls tend to look a little bit more artificial. So I'm just going to section that again. Do the same thing. And then the last section. Again, I'm just going to pull down so I don't curl right where my hairline is. So as you can see, they're quite tight on the face. So I'm going to just quickly take a wide tooth comb like this one. This one's from Lee Stafford, and I'm just going to drag that through. And as you can see, it breaks up the curls really nicely, pretty instantly, so they don't look too done and they match with the rest of my hair, which I'll brush out later anyway. So I'm going to go do the final section and I will see you guys when I'm done. So I just finished curling my hair and I'm ready to add little finishing touches that I do to my hair, like just brushing it out. What I will do is I prefer using a comb to using my fingers, because I feel like sometimes my nails snag on my hair and I just hate that feeling. So I'm just going to brush it out, just really gently. I'll start at the bottom, just brush the bottoms out, and then really gently go through the mids and the back. And then what I like to do as well is just to pop the comb in the top of my hair and then just kind of shake it and pull down, which I think separates the curl really nicely. So this is pretty much the final look, just a few more touches before I finish. So I'll use a hairspray just to keep the shape, because I like to keep my hair curled for the next like 3 days maybe until the next wash. So a really good budget friendly hairspray is this one by Elner, L'Oreal Paris Elner, and this is the normal strength. I usually buy the higher strength, but this was on offer in a tall can, so I just got this one. I also really like the Way Memory Mist. It smells absolutely incredible. It is a little bit more expensive, so it's a little bit more bougie, it's a little bit more fancy. I do really like it, and it does last a long time. So I'll show you guys how I apply my hairspray. So again, because I have thick hair, what I'll do is I'll just separate my hair, so down the middle, down the back, into two sides, and then take my hairspray and drop it layer by layer and spray upwards, if that makes sense. I'll show you anyway, but I'll spray upwards, layer by layer, and then give it a little scrunch upwards. I used to spray on or down onto my hair like this. The weight of my hair and the hairspray pulls my hair downwards, and I don't feel like my curls last nearly as long. Little finishing touch spray on the outside as well, and I'll do the same on the other side. So I'll just drop the layers, spray upwards, and then spray across just a little bit on the outside. Just so it doesn't stay crispy with the hairspray, I'll just run my fingers through a little bit, just only on the ends, just to get out that little crispiness that hairspray can give. If you're like me and you curl your hair, straighten your hair very often, and you use hairspray, products like that, I would recommend going in with an oil just to refine the ends and add a little bit of that moisture that you've zapped out of it. This one's really good. Again, it's Davinair's. It's called the OI oil. Oil. It's the absolute beautifying potion, and I have gone through so many bottles of this. It's ridiculous. I think I have a stockpile of like 3 more bottles of this because I just love it so much. It is not greasy, it absorbs straight into the hair, there's no residue, and you could even put like a big handful on overnight on really dry hair, and you'll wake up the next day and there is no residue. This stuff is magic. So I'm just going to pump, maybe 1 pump into my hand, rub my hands together, and just run it through the ends of my hair, maybe like the mids and the ends, like this, to give it a little scrunch. The idea is to make it look a little bit more tousled, but keep the lovely gloss and shine. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera, but you can definitely in real life. This has so much more shine and is a lot smoother, whereas this looks a little bit dull and a little bit crispy. No one likes crispy hair, so let's fix this side as well. Just 1 pump in the hand, rub it together, and then just distribute it throughout the hair, the length. I'm going to just scrunch it up a little bit to keep that tousled curl. So this is the final look. I'll show you. It's bouncy, it's effortless, it's tousled. It's pretty much how I do my hair every time I curl it. And it's a really good curling method for those of you who have like mid-length hair. It will also work if you have short hair. And like I said earlier, if you do have long hair, I would stop the curling maybe 1 inch just before the ends to give that beachy tousled look, which I can't wait to do when my hair grows out. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content coming up soon. You can also follow me on Instagram for everyday styling, fashion, lifestyle, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!